How are you doing, guys? ZDEyE here. So today I wanted to make my own first impressions of Nioh 2. This is going to be beta impressions. It's not going to be full release of the game, even though it will be coming out in March of next year, 2020. And I've had a chance of playing it through the beta. It's about 2 hours of experience, of course, if you try to do your best and a little bit rushing it through. But again, this does not mean that you're not going to be unscratched. Basically, you will die a lot of times in this game. It is a very tough game. Now, if you have a question for me exactly, well, how was your experience with the game? Is it different, or like a question as that? Is it different? No, the game is simply more or less of an expansion compared to the Nioh, and it's like a continuation, if that makes sense. Even though the story as it stands is actually a prequel from the Nioh, the first one. So yes, means that the first protagonist, William, you're not going to see him at all in this game. And actually, you have an option this time around to make your own choice of how you would like to look like in the game. So yes, you can be different types of genders. You can look like a monstrosity, an abomination or whatnot, and look like a normal dude or a normal woman. And it's up to you. And again, so basically with the combat style, it's just identical, right? Even the UI is unchanged. And that can be taken as a very bad thing, and it could be taken as a good thing as well. Personally, for me, I consider this not a good thing compared to what we are considering, that because the first game, Nioh, came out in 2017, I believe so, and now they didn't really change anything in 2 years. Now, the only thing that I'm sure they have implemented is a couple of new scrolls that you can memorize of the combat. Because, mind you guys, if you like fighting style games, as an example, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, and you have to memorize these controls and exactly the timing whenever you're required to do. This game is actually not that far from it, believe it or not, even though it is more of a third-person, look to it anyways. It has its From Software titles of the games, like the Dark Souls series. Some were similarities to it, but even though it's a far more complex to utilize it and to get familiar with. So yes, you will need to learn a lot about this game. It's not as simple as you might think. I definitely want to mention, for example, in the main menus, screen and shots and stuff like that, it's a little bit more cleared up compared to last time it was, because it was a little bit claustrophobic. Basically, the whole thing was cluttered too much, basically. And now, as of this moment anyway, as I'm looking through the gameplay and playing it through, of course, as well, yeah, it's a little bit more clear and makes a little bit more sense. Again, the UI, none of that, not even the fonts were changed. And a lot of people may consider this a complete disappointment. Yes, I do consider that a disappointment as well. They didn't even bother changing the UI. That's how much of non-changing things that they went with. Again, this is more of a DLC and expansion to the game that if you did love the Nioh, the first one Nioh, then yes, you will 120% like this one. Now, before anybody goes on tangent and tells me about you don't know what you're talking about, blah blah blah, you clearly did not play the game. Well, I did play Nioh. I played this as well. I did play Nioh. I even got a platinum trophy. Here we go. You can clearly see. I've gotten platinum trophy for Nioh, the first one. I enjoyed it throughout, and Nioh 2 is gonna be no different. I'm gonna be playing it for sure. As soon as I'm gonna get my hands on it on the March, I think it was middle of March, it will be coming out. I think it was 13th, and I'm gonna try to do my best and perhaps even go for a platinum trophy. Because to be honest, platinum trophy for Nioh, right, it is a very difficult task. I'm not gonna deny that. It's one of the, if not the hardest games that you can play and enjoy, of course. Now, with the frustrations of so yes, do expect that. Now, I'm not gonna deny as if there's just completely nothing new to this. Obviously, as I mentioned, creation of your own character. That's one of the things. The other thing, you can even create your own versions of the yokai, more like a spiritual, like a character that you can be a pawn with, if that makes any sense. Now, the other thing as well, you can be gathering new different types of scrolls. For those scrolls, you'll unlock different types of abilities that you can pull through. It's not like you just mash the button, hope for the best, that you kill everybody. No. What you do pretty much, if you know the combinations of the buttons, I've kind of already mentioned it a little bit as Tekken and Mortal Kombat, right? If you do a correct combination of buttons and correct timing of it, of course, then yeah, you can pull off some very cool stunts and very unique abilities and skills. And your character will be able to pull them off, of course. And that looks very, very cool. Some of them could be a little bit underpowered, some of them are very OP. And good for the bosses, maybe good for the hordes of enemies, as an example. Right? The enemy designs as themselves, yes, there are plenty of new enemies that look different. We are fighting yokai as well, the evil yokai, right? There could be some different of the NPCs characters as well, and yes, they do look really good. I personally think so. I'm not gonna deny that, because even if you have a question, for example, what about the quality FPS? Yes, this is the 60 FPS you can play through. The quality, right, the style and the design around the world is identical to the first Nioh. Maybe they could have actually tuned up something with the resolution, with the shadow effects, or perhaps frame rates improvements. I don't know. I'm not like one of those, I'm not like a digital informer for you guys. Well, so with so many kind of negatives I'm putting it out here, are you guys gonna be asking me a question as such? Well, you seem disappointed. Like, why would you be bothered getting it? Like, is there anything good about it? Yes, if you like Nioh, you love this. I like Nioh, I like this. But I'm not gonna deny the fact that it's disappointing that barely anything was changed. And yeah, sure, there have been a few implementations, I'm not gonna deny that, but it is still disappointing. It's just like, more games have done more in these years of like 2.5 years at this point. We'll be coming to 3 years almost when the game does release. And I hope bloody hell, I hope they would change at least some few things. Risk taking is necessary, and everything was extremely safe taking for in here. Everything. Like, as I mentioned, this is more of an expansion. Who knows, maybe it will be very, very good expansion. I don't have anything regarding like how long the game is going to be, because this is just an impressions of the beta, what I've experienced coming on, released on the 1st of November. By the way, guys, you still have an opportunity of playing it for yourself. It will be available till 10th of November. So, it's on PlayStation, of course. Do give it a shot, give it a try, and tell me down in the comments as well, what did you think about this game, the beta, and if you have enjoyed it or not, do you think it's difficult or not, and we'll have to read all your feedbacks as well. I'm also going to let this video play through till the 10 minutes mark. Well, it's YouTube, unfortunately, guys, and I do apologize about this, and if you are done for today, thank you so much for tuning in on this video as well. And yes, please tune in my other videos. I'm gonna be popping through to tomorrow. I'm gonna actually have the Outer Worlds review coming, so do expect that as well. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I see you guys all later, and have a good one.
Hey!